Welcome back, guys. In today's video I will show you everything you need to know to get started with Google Docs. Now, to access Google Docs, you can come to your Google Drive, then click on the new and then on Google Docs, and it will load a new document. You can also alternatively simply type docs.google.com. Okay, so let's start by exploring what do we have right here. So first of all, you can give your document a name. Let's say we're gonna call this as page 1. And that's the file name. You can then find it on your drive. So you will see right here, everything automatically gets saved on your Google Drive. So if you are inserting some larger files like images or something like that, you might see here 3 dots, which means your document is still processing. Once you see that tick right here, you can see the document status, and it means all changes are saved to Drive. Now, this document is not ready to use for offline yet, and we're gonna get to the offline use in just a minute. Now, next to it, you see this folder icon, and you can then move this file to any of your folders, or you can create a new folder from here. So let's say we're gonna put our documents right here, and I'm just gonna name this folder as documents. Okay, so you see this folder is empty right here, and we can move this file. And now it's in this folder, and again, you can find it on your drive, and then you can find it in this folder. If you would like to star your document, add to your favorites, you can click on this icon right here. Now again, be careful with what you are starring, because if you start everything and trying to save everything, it will just not gonna be very useful. So only start very important documents you want to find quickly. If you need more guidance how to then locate your files in your Google Drive, how to organize your folders, and how to work with the drive overall, we have done another video about it, and I will leave the link in this video description. Now, first of all, I would like to show you here how you can view your file and what mode you have to do so. So if you come on the view and click on the mode right here, currently we are on editing mode, which allows you to edit this document directly. Now, if you're sharing your file with somebody else and you would like for them to work on this file, however, without actually changing its original, you can come on this mode, and it's suggesting mode, which means that edits that you will make on this page will be only suggestions. Okay, so then the file owner can accept them or reject them without actually losing the original file. So that's when you are working in a team. And again, you have a third option of viewing, meaning that if you have done your file and then you click on this view mode and want to share this file with somebody else, these people will be only able to read or print without editing the document. Okay, so these are the 3 modes we are working with, and today we're gonna stay on editing since we want to just learn how to use Google Docs. Okay, so we click on editing to save this mode. So now let's type some text. I was just gonna go and copy some dummy text from here for us to use for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, as you saw, when you are pasting the text, you have 2 options. You can paste it as with the formatting it comes with, or paste without any formatting, and then format your text yourself. Again, it just really depends what you are doing and what style you want your document to be with. Okay, so we have some text, and let's start exploring what we can do here. So let's start exploring just from this menu right here, since we have some text already. So with these arrows right here, you can undo and redo your last actions. It will also display the shortcuts if you like using shortcuts. For the undo, it will be Ctrl+Z, and for redo, Ctrl and Y. Now, the next icon here is to print your file, and again, you can just save it as PDF file from here, or you just want to print it, you can specify how many pages, and as always, set up your margins and do your pages per sheet. So pretty much a simple functions on how you can print your file or save it. Now, the next option is for spelling and grammar checks. So if there are any spelling and grammar checks you would like to proofread your text, you can use this option, and as you can see right now, document looks all good. If there will be any issues, you will be seeing suggestions right here how you can improve your spelling and grammar. Now the next feature is paint format, which is very useful if you have some styles that you have saved. So for example, we have here some text that we would like to style. So for me to show you this feature, let's move ahead right here and let's select this as a heading 1, and then we can change fonts from here. If you don't see any font that you like from this selection, you can click on more fonts, and then you can search fonts within the Google. So if you can also sort these fonts right here. Okay, so for example, you want to see handwriting fonts only, and then you select and you can click OK, and they will be added to your font selection. Okay, so now you have added new font, and that's how it looks like. Then from here you can change your size of the font. So let's say we want to make it smaller. You can also manually type, you don't have to select one of these presets. Then pretty simple, bold, italic, underline features right here. You can then change your text color, and you can also use highlighters if you wish. Now let me just clear this off so we can still see what we are doing. Next feature right here is inserting hyperlinks. Before we move to this side, let me show you what I mean by pasting the format. So we have some format right here, okay, and then we want to apply this format to this text. So now let's say we want to put this format that we have just created here on the rest of the text. So if you select the text that already got the format you want, and then you come on this icon right here, now you can just paint the rest of the text and it will apply all the features, all the default settings you have just used. Okay, so you don't have to manually go and change the font, the size, the bold. You can just paste the formatting by using this paint format feature right here. I found it very helpful. And again, if you have set some style on the text, if you come right here on the heading and title options, you can click on the options right here and save as my default styles, use my default styles, or reset styles. Okay, so you have some text and you can then save it as a default style. Okay, and you can see your default style has been saved. So whenever you type something on this file, this is the style that it will gonna come, and it will be already applied on your style. Now if you want to clear off a formatting for some part of your style, you can simply highlight it and then come here, click on this icon. It will gonna clear the formatting off, and it will gonna just reset to the default. Okay, so now let's move on this side, and next one was inserting the link. So if you highlight some piece of your text and then click on the insert the link, you can just type the link right here. Let's say I want to link this to google.com, apply it, and by default it will gonna show your link as blue. You can again come here and change it. Maybe you want it to be pink and without any underline. So this is the link. Again, probably it's a good idea to leave the underline, and blue color is pretty much a default one. It will show that there's a clear indication that there is a link on this text. Okay, now the next feature right here is to adding a comment. Okay, so let's say I want to place comment on this link. So if I click on the comment, it will highlight this text. Now you can tag somebody. Okay, you can write their email and you can just tag the person on this comment, or I can just simply type check this comment, and this comment will be added right here, and then you will see all your comments on this sidebar. So for now, let me just delete it from here. You can also add the links or edit your comments later on. I will just delete this so it will close this sidebar. Now the next feature right here is to inserting the images. If you click on the insert image tab, you have options to upload a file from your computer. You can search it on web using Google. You can access your drive images. If there are images on your photos, you can embed your images by URL or take the picture directly with your camera. So these are the options. So let me just go and upload one image from the computer. Okay, so we have image right here. Now, if you click on this image, you can resize it by simply dragging this little dot right here. Okay, so once you come here, you can then shrink your image. Now on this menu right here, you can select how to wrap your text around your image. You can even place your image behind the text. So once you click on this, you will see how it looks like. Okay, so if you want your image to be under the text, of course you would have to adjust the colors, but you have options to do that. And then if you click on this arrow right here. You can fix this position, you can have different position options, and from here you can move the text along the image. You can fix position on the page for this image, or you have more advanced position options. So if you come on the sidebar right here, even if you just click on the image, let's say you have a size rotation, so you can manually rotate your image and scale it the way you want using angles here right now. You can also assess text wrapping from here, and then you have options of how you want to recolor your image. For example, if you select one of these styles, you can then apply this on your image as well. So for example, I'll just click on this yellow one and you see how my image is changing. And then if you click on adjustment, you can make your image more transparent. So this is a good feature. If you choose to place your text on the top of your image, you can make your image more transparent. You can of course adjust brightness and contrast here as well. And if you just want to start afresh, you can reset and your image will become by default how it was without any color adjustments. Okay, so if we recolor and then click on no color, you see your original image. So these are basic functions you can do with your images within your text. So for now, let me just get rid of this image, so we have only text on this page, and let's move on to the next feature. So next you have alignment, how you can center your text or move it left, right, or justify. Then you can also set your line paragraphs, line spacing. Currently it's 1.15, so if you click on a single, you see it reduces, and so on. So you can also do the custom spacing if you would like to. Now if you come right here, you can use the tick boxes, or you can also use symbols like this for your checklist, and you can create a number list here as well. Now under this menu right here, you will see you can decrease indent and increase the indent for specific paragraphs. So for example, if I take one of these paragraphs and click on it, you see how you can change the indents right here. Okay, and this was, as I said before, to clear all the formatting from your text. And then from here, you can also change the view modes as we just previewed a couple of minutes ago. And if you are, for example, reading your document just through, you don't want to make any edits, you can simply hide this sidebar on the top to give you kind of more space to preview your document. Now let's have a look on the top menu right here. Okay, here you can see the last edit was seconds ago. This feature is helpful if you are working in a team and you want to see who and when edited the document last. So if you click on it, so you see there are history versions of your file. So you can see I'm the only one who have been editing this file. Okay, so let's head back. So from file menu, you can create a new file right here. You can also insert one from the template. So if you click on the templates, Google actually giving you some templates you can use for your document. So there are some resumes, some letters, project proposals, and so on. So if you ever need some inspiration how to style your file, you can come here and just check one of the Google templates from the gallery. So next you can open a file from here. You can make a copy of your file you are working. You can share it with others. So if you click on the share with others right here, you can then choose the email. So I have my email right here. Okay, you can send a message and then share this file with the given permission. So you can give the permissions to this user only view your file. You can give them options to comment on your file, meaning that they will leave the suggestions without actually affecting the original file, and then they can have a full editing permissions here as well. So once you have set your permissions, you can also write a short message and then send invitation to share this file with other people. Okay, so now we move on. You can also email this file and you can download this file. When you're downloading the file, you have several options to choose from. So if you want to save it as a Microsoft Word document, you can choose this option. You can also do the rich text format, PDF, and so on. So you can even do EPUB publication here if needed. So these are all options how you can download your file. Then you can rename it from here. You can also rename simply by clicking right here and give your file another name. Then you can move this to another folder. You can also do the same from this shortcut as well. Then our next option is you can add a shortcut to your drive. So adding shortcut to your drive means that you can find this file regardless of a folder where it is. It might be even in several folders, and you can always create a shortcut to find your file easier. So as I said, I will leave the link of a tutorial how to use Google Drive in this video description if that's something you would like to watch to get more into the depth how to locate your files and how to work with Google Drive. Then you can delete your file from here, move it to the trash. Version history is the same place we just saw. If you click right here, you can also see the version history of your file. Now, make available offline means that if you use this feature, you can use it for all your files or only for this file. Okay, and again, it's not recommended if you're using public or shared computers, obviously, for the security reasons. But once you own this option, you can then will be able to edit your files while you are offline without internet connection. And once you connect to the internet, and your drive will be then updated and synchronized, so you can then continue using your documents, and they will be all stored on your drive. Next, let's look on the view tab. So we have modes we can switch to. You can also untick if you don't want to see the sprint layout, if you don't want to see the ruler on the top, if you don't want to see the outline, you can just untick all these boxes. And also if you want to see equation toolbar or section breaks, you can untick these ones as well, and also enter the full screen if you would like to. Now from the insert menu, you can insert the image. We explored that before. You can also do the table. There are table templates that you can use, or just use a blank template from here. Okay, so if you just drag like this, you will then create cells and rows. Then you can also insert the drawing from your drive or create a new one. You can do the charts, and again you can import charts from your Google Sheets. I will be doing another tutorial about a Google Sheet, so stay tuned if that's something you would like to see, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. Now you can use horizontal line just to demarcate your file. So if I click it right here, it will be within my table. So let's say I want to insert horizontal line right here. I would just go back on the insert and line. It's just dividing the text, okay? Then we can also insert the date. So let's select this today's date, and it will just gonna pop up right here. Then you have options of drop downs, and if you click, you can create new drop downs. And let's say we want, I don't know, just gonna call it as a status of something, and then you have options right here. Okay, so you can also assign color for each of your drop downs. So this is really useful if you are working in a team and maybe you have some projects or tasks, and let's say this will be not started, and then you can add in process and maybe done and approved, anything like that. And then if you save it, it will gonna generate these options right here, which you can then select from this drop down. Now if we go back, next thing you can add footnotes. You can do building blocks as a meeting notes, email drafts, and again access charts from here. Then you can also use special characters and so on. There are a lot of things you can insert, even emoji reactions, which is a new one. So if you click on emoji reaction, let's say you can just select the rolling eyes, and you have these emojis you can then just use and apply for your text. So let's say you want to comment on this, and you just add this again, okay? And even emoji reactions, so you have emojis you can use within your files from here. So next on the format tab, again you can have access to all the formatting. We looked pretty much everything that you had on the top of this menu right here as well. Under the tools, you can check your spelling and grammar. Word count is very useful if you are using something that you need to have a specific word count. So you can see how many pages we currently have, how many words, characters, and characters excluding spaces, okay? And you can also choose to display the word count while you are typing, okay? So you can see currently we have 82 words. this is really a great tool. Then you can review suggested edits if someone have made edits on your file. You can also compare two documents. Again, I find this very useful if you are giving a document for someone to work on and then you want to see the actual changes they have made if they have a new suggested mode. Okay, so you can upload two of your documents right here and then just compare them. Okay, then next one, what we have right here are citations, linked object, dictionary. So I'm trying to keep this video relatively short, so I won't be going into every type right here. What I find the most useful is voice typing right here. Okay, so if you add your microphone, you can just click here to speak and it will be typed into your document. Okay, so that's a great feature. So if you have any more questions about any of these tools or options under of any of these tabs, let me know in the comments. Now on the extensions, you can add add-ons. If you click on get add-ons, then you will see the options you can add on your Google Documents. Again, this is just something like a specific if you are working in some sort of niche and you might need some add-ons on your Google Docs to help you to work with, something like spelling, apps, and checking for copyrights and how original is your text. So these are the things you can add on your Google Drive on your workspace right here. And then if you still need more help, you can access help training updates from this help bar right here. So these three icons you see popping up right here is, again, you can add a comment, you can add emoji reaction, and you can suggest edit. So let's say if you want to just have this text and add emoji reaction, I will just add happy face on it. Okay, so you can see this will apply to that. And if I select here and add some comment, I'll say just great, and it will add comment right there. So all of them will be displayed right here on this sidebar. Last but definitely not least, explore tab on documents. So if you come on the bottom right corner right here and click on explore, you can search within your documents and web. So let's say I'm writing something about tigers. So if I simply type tigers right here, you have access of web search, you have access of images, and you can also see what's on your drive. So currently I have not done anything tiger related, so there won't be a matching files on my drive. But if you have something, it will pop up right here, and then you can access your web and images directly from this explore tab straight away. Okay, so and then if you choose to use something, let's say if I click this image and then it will just gonna insert on my file, it will also generate the link and it will see where this image have come from. Okay, so that's a great feature Google is giving us here. We can just close this tab right there, and from here you can again open comment history. So if you want to see the notes and comments on your file, you can access them from here. You can create meeting from by using this feature with a Google Meet, and then you can share your file with more people. Currently you can see I have shared this file with one person, and you can share it with more people or use that link. Again, if you just want to share the link without inviting, if you don't know the person's email address, you can use that link and share this link with them. And again, if you come here, you will see the options. You have permissions, so anyone with the link can edit your document or have a restricted view of just previewing it. Okay, so you can set the permissions from here. Once you're done, click on done. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any specific questions, please let me know in the comments. If you would like really extensive advanced tutorial about everything that we have gone through today, again, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. And for now, go ahead and watch this video as a next one, and I will see you there.